everyone, Flaming Footy here and welcome back to another YouTube video on the channel. And today guys, we are going to be continuing my Adelaide Crows My Coach Tree mode. Now in today's episode we have got a very big final coming up versus Port Adelaide at the Adelaide Oval for Friday night footy, so it is a really big game. Now if you haven't gone ahead and watched last week's episode, please go ahead and do so now because I'm about to spoil it here. Now last week, regardless of the result, we were going to end up first, and well, we finished our season off in some style by beating the Kangaroos by 70 points on our home deck. Riley O'Brien was a real standout. We scored 156 to 86. It was one of our best performances we've seen all year. We were down 16 to 43, however, early on in that second term. So it is a bit of a thing against North Melbourne where they do get off to a good start against us, and then we wrangle our way back and smash them. But we managed to finish off the year really well, smash them in the end. Jason Horn had a pretty good game against the South Australian team. But anyway, this is not what this game is about. Today we are in the showdown we're versing Port Adelaide in a qualifying final. So it is high stakes for the loser and the winner. So both teams obviously will show you the path of the finals fixture. So if you win, straight through to a home preliminary final, and if you lose, a home semi. So if we lose, we still get the double chance. So that is the main thing. Right, our record. You guys are probably going to be going like, alright, your record is horrible. And yes, it is horrible versus Port Adelaide. The last two times we've played and we've lost, and that was this season. But not by too much, so I'd say that we're still a pretty good chance to win this game. 4 interceptions, 5 inside 50 marks, and 1 dribble goal. And now, it is time to read some emails before we get into team selection. So here we go. We're going to read some emails. See what we've got. So standout player Will Hamill's been exceptional. I don't really need to bring him over. So congratulations on completing your season first. Well, completing your first season. Upon completing the last round, you'll finish first. And a lot of best luck for the finals. As the home and away season comes to a close, the board would like to congratulate you on making the finals. We would like to thank you for your hard work this year, but also give you a reminder the finals are a brand new season. Tougher than all the games before, you must bring your A game in order to compete. It will be tough, but we believe in you because finals you're playing the best teams. That's where that kind of comes from. Port Adelaide won 14 games. Robbie Gray's in red hot form. So time for team selection. Before we do though, injuries and tribunal as we do normal. Haitley is just 1 week away from returning, and Geordie is 2 weeks away. So Haitley will come back for whichever final we're playing in, and Geordie may miss out if we go to the semi and then get eliminated after that. So we just got to wait and see how Jordan Dawson is tracking. No suspended players for us now for Port Adelaide. I forgot to check their injuries. Dersma and Butters are both out, so 2 very big outs for them. And then Hartlett and Finlayson are also out, so a couple of big outs for them gives us a chance. We are a chance. Fogarty, Walker, Rochelle, Season, Thorpe, Murphy. I've rolled with the same forward line all year. Don't want to change it. O'Brien, Crouch, Sloan, Jones, Laird, Keys. Like it through the middle. Although I could put somebody like a Berry into the middle instead of Jones. And then put a Keys on Power Pepper and a Berry on a Motlop. Brown, Himmelberg, Miller, Smith, Butts, Duda. Our back line has been shaky, but I still feel like we can stick to the job. Now, Rowe has been fantastic. Pedler will be staying in the team. Now, Jones, I liked him last week. This does open us the opportunity to play somebody else, however, like a Will Hamill, which I feel like I might want to do. But I felt like Chase Jones was too good last week. You can't leave him out of the side. And Braden Cook's been pretty good as well. Billy Frampton, very unlucky to miss. I reckon he's probably, as to is Will Hamill, 2 very unlucky players to miss, but we're going through a stack stage. The trade period not too far away. We are going to get even more stacked as a club. Now, 86 players, 84. This is a really exciting contest here. Port Adelaide versus Adelaide. We'll put them in there. We can even put them in their pre-season kit, but I feel like that's just a little bit silly. We'll put them in their away kit, but this is really exciting. It's a showdown in a qualifying final. Port Adelaide versus Adelaide. Really exciting qualifying final, the showdown. My prediction will be the Crows to walk away with it by 10. See you there. So we are coming off the back of a few 50 plus point smashings, 2 of them in a row. So yes, that may give us confidence in the game, but I'm gonna obviously use confidence, but don't overexcite just yet. We haven't won the game just yet. It's gonna be an absolute cracker game. Adelaide versus Port Adelaide. You love to see these two teams. It's Friday night footy. It's a Friday night showdown. Now, they remember the last time there that we had a game of a Friday night showdown. It was when Jordan Dawson kicked the sealer. But anyway, Crows v Port Adelaide Oval. Here we go. We're underway. Straight away, Matt Crouch. He can start the game off really well early. Oh, what a start for the Adelaide Crows. They're on the board within the first 30 seconds. Walker, really good body work. Oh, Taylor Walker, what a start for the Adelaide Crows. He can put 2 goals in a row. The Crows have got 2 goals in a row to start the Friday night showdown. Fast start, the Adelaide Crows. Reece Sloan. Chase Jones, he can just stock it off the deck. Brilliant soccer to Jimmy Rowe, who dribbles it through for Adelaide's 3rd. What a start for the Adelaide Crows. He's just going to run around Motlop. Go short to Fogarty. What a start the Adelaide Crows are having. He was thinking about passing it off, but Darcy Fogarty's like, you know what, I'll just take the set shot. Darcy Fogarty to put the Adelaide Crows 4 goals on the board early. What a start for the Adelaide Crows. You couldn't picture anything better, up by 4 goals early. Cleary, nicely done. Jimmy Rowe for 5 goals. For 5 goals early. We've kicked the first 5. And Port Adelaide haven't even scored yet. They haven't even scored a goal yet. Port Adelaide need their first. Can he be the one to deliver their first? He is. Splits the middle. That's what Port Adelaide needed. Nicely done now for Farrell for 2 in a row. Oh, Port Adelaide, he got 2 in a row. Even though we kicked the first 5, Port Adelaide can still come back. Started off with the hard body work. Lockie Murphy now with the finishing goal. Adelaide got 6 on the board early. What a start, what a fast start for the Adelaide Crows in this qualifying final showdown. Trent Dumont now to bring Port Adelaide right back in touching distance. It's only a 16-point game now. They've had the hard part of trailing this term, but what a start though still by the Adelaide Crows. Tasia probably should have been holding the ball when it's quarter time. And what about this pressure, this intensity that we've been bringing this quarter? We've been playing a marking brand as well. 10 marks already. Adelaide 6-0-36 to Port Adelaide's 3-2-20. High scoring. We have had some really good tempo. I've been really impressed with Jimmy Rowe and Matt Crouch. They've been some of my standouts in this game so far. But anyway, what a start. Can we keep it up in the second quarter? It's the Crows and the Power in the qualifying final showdown under Friday night footy lights. Here we go. Rochelle. Fogarty. Darcy Fogarty! Darcy Fogarty! Darcy Fogarty! He's kicked an absolute ripper from the pocket. He just went up for him. Rochelle really nicely done. Fogarty just kept it in. He ran around them all and kicked an absolute ripper. What an amazing goal by Fogarty. Sam Berry to add another to the tally. We lead by 28. And oh boy, what a game the Adelaide Crows are playing. Just taking the mark. Port Adelaide's day just keeps on getting worse. Ben Keys has put it through. Adelaide lead by 6 goals, 36 points. Braden Cook, he wants one. Running through Matt Crouch. Oh no, not another. Oh yes, another. Adelaide dominating right now. You can lower the eyes. Find Fogarty, who will run into an open goal. Oh, almost didn't, but he still does. Clean play by the Adelaide Crows there. You can just see Braden could have gone himself. He went over the top to Darcy Fogarty, he played on, and yeah, that's just clean. Dan Houston, he's a pretty big kick, 50 metres out. Does it go to the line? It's got it. Port Adelaide finally get reward for effort through Dan Houston. Todd Marshall can line up for another for Port Adelaide. On half-time, they're making a change. 33-point leaders now, the Adelaide Crows. Now Burn Jones. Can Port Adelaide work something else out? Jonas. And it's half-time. So Port Adelaide did come back late. Their effort was starting to, well, reward for the effort was starting to sink in for them. We've taken 20 marks. We've actually played really well. I reckon we've gone inside 50 way more times than them. Matt Crouch, 10 touches. He has been the standout. 10 touches, 2 goals. Darcy Fogarty, Jimmy Rowe, 3 and 2 goals each as well. But we lead 11-2-68 to Port Adelaide 5-5-35. Another really good quarter. It's the second half here on Friday night footy. It's the showdown in the qualifying finals, Crows and the Power. Berry now. Pretty simple mark. There's opportunities, and well, he's just found one of them in particular. Darcy Fogarty was all alone. Darcy Fogarty's had a pretty good field day today. And that'll be yet another for him to extend our margin out to 40 points. What a game we're having right now at the Adelaide Crows. I think this one might be Bonner who's having the shot. Very close range, got it. They need this one to stay in the game. It is now 34 points. Georgiard is now a big shot. And he's got it. Split the middle. Never look like missing. Port Adelaide, they're coming back. So Rory Sloan, you can respond. Spent most of the year out with injury. 50-metre kick. Looks on target. Looks good. And the Adelaide Crows extending their lead back out again. Jordan Butts, unfortunately, was just caught a little bit slacking. Marshall got it. So Port Adelaide needed that one to stay in touch. Trent Dumont to bring the Power right back into things here. And I don't think he's got it. He has. It's gone through. Port Adelaide are 22 points away now. We've got to do something. Rochelle. It's here for Rory Sloan, who can impact another big moment. What about that by Rory Sloan? 27-point game. Kick count. Houston. And it's three-quarter time. So we lead by 28. Pretty comfortable lead. Adelaide 14-4-88. Port Adelaide 9-6-60. We can do it. We've had really good last quarters. Matt Crouch 11 touches was really good. Fogarty's been amazing as well. Let's make this final term count. Adelaide vs Port Adelaide in the qualifying final. It's a showdown. It's a final term. Friday night footy and we're underway. Rosie couldn't quite. Todd Marshall now got it. Port Adelaide strike first. 22-point game. Left the ball behind. Charlie Dixon. Charlie Dixon got it. Port Adelaide still a chance in the showdown. Must kick this. Got it. 9-point game. Adelaide are in real trouble now. Bonner to Dixon to Robbie Gray. Robbie Gray has got it. It is a 3-point game. Adelaide are about to make the biggest choke you'll ever see. Jonas, oh no. Fantasia, they're in front. We've choked massively this one. Get the ball away. Instead it's going back to Bonner. To Bonner. To Bonner's got it. That could be the sealer. And the siren sounds. That was hard. Big choke, that one. Massive choke. You have a good or a bad last quarter, and the record still stands. Now, Matt Crouch, he had a brilliant game, I'll tell you that though. He was one of his career best in this Coach career mode, I'll tell you that. Rory Sloan, back from injuries, had a really tough year and he did the job again. He was fantastic. Matt Crouch, 2 goals as well to go with his 11 touches, was superb. Darcy Fogarty's 4 goals was good as well. He was really impressive as well. He was really good. One of the goal of the year contenders for sure. We'll have to go through and actually have a look to see who will win goal of the year from our club, because we've had some really good ones this year. And Darcy Fogarty's unfortunately enough injured, so we'll have to see what he does and hopefully not missing again. But home semi-final, hopefully under lights. And yeah, we've got to just double chant. You've got it. So anyway, bonus votes today: Riley O'Brien and Matt Crouch. So 1 for both of them. Now let's have a look at Fire's votes. I'll have to change it to Flames votes, but we'll be doing that next season when we start. Yeah, when we start a new season, it'll be Flames votes because you got to keep the name for the whole year. So anyway, the trade period's going to be coming up soon. That's the best part about losing a game like this, is that the trade period does come up very soon. So 3 votes today is going to be going to Darcy Fogarty. Thought his presence was good. 2 votes today, Matt Crouch, Riley O'Brien. And 1 vote today, he was really impressive. Oh, I mean, at least I thought he was anyway. Get around it. Our skipper, our really important man, Rory Sloane, with the 1 vote. That's his first vote of the year. He's had a really tough year, has Rory Sloane, and I just thought his 8 touches and his 2 goals, you can't beat it, and he was brilliant as well. A choke, but yeah. Yep. So we've got the Demons, and we did smash them by 50 points last time we played them, so next game though is massive, and then we could go to face the Brizzy Lions to see what they've got for us at the Gabba. So that's what is laying ahead of us. Although the good thing about losing though is that we do have an extra episode coming up, so that's really exciting. The extra episode, so that's really good to make up for that game versus Richmond, which didn't go out unfortunately enough, so that'll be good to have the extra episode. Anyway, got the Demons next week. Must win though to stay in the competition. So they were 6th. Let's just go and have a look at their game versus the Western Bulldogs, see how they did. So they smashed them by 50 odd points. And then also around the other news, the Blues got over the Swans to go and face the Tigers, and the Tigers lost to the Lions, which means the Lions have a home prelim final at the Gabba. And of course our game, as devastating as it was, we showed that we can put on a fast start, which is impressive enough for me anyway. But still got a little bit of time left on the clock. Gotta go. I'm going to be training players again and everything like that, but really hope that Darcy Fogarty doesn't have an injury and injury report. They'll be out for 0 to 1 weeks. You just gotta make him play again next week, however you do. The underperformed players were Himmelberg, Rochelli and Thilthorpe. I felt like Thilthorpe was horrible this game. I feel like he's just gonna have to get dropped. He hasn't. I don't really see the time where he's had a great game this year. So unfortunately enough, he'll probably get dropped. Jackson Haley is back though. And also Jordan Dawson is not too far away from returning, so that is good. If we win next week, then we've got a really big chance to beat the Lions. We'll hammer a chance. Jones didn't really do a lot, so I feel like that's an opportunity. Gawn's in red hot form, so we've got a really exciting game coming up against them next week. So Darcy Fogarty, obviously we've got to do something with him. Now I would normally just, well, I mean, he's not even on the injury list, is he? Can I still just play him, or? He'll be playing next week, I bet. It's Riley Thilthorpe, the one that's a real concern for next week. He's the one that is a concern. What about if I was... Fogarty in a full forward role. We could test that out next week. We'll have to wait and see. But again, next week we do have a big few decisions to be made. And then also the trade period. That is at the back of my mind as well right now. Don't let me know who to get. I'll be making a separate video a little bit later on about who you guys want me to get. But anyway, that is going to wrap up another episode. Adelaide Oval again next week under lights. Really exciting. It is a Saturday night football. We must win this game to stay in the competition because, of course, our double chance has been used. Our record against Port Adelaide does not get any better in this one, unfortunately enough. But let's go to the stat leaders. And that Darcy Fogarty goal that happened today was amazing. So Jimmy Rowe is good. Darcy Fogarty is going good as well. Josh Rochelli has lost his 3rd place to Cam Rayner, but they are equal and career history now. 70.83. So next week is a new week where you reset. Our record versus Port Adelaide isn't great, so that is why we did go down. I actually set the Crows by 10 and it was the Power by 10, so not a bad guessing the margin by me. But anyway, that is going to wrap us up for another episode. Alright, so that's what's left to say. It's going to be heavy rain, so I wonder how I'm going to be able to go next week. But anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. See you guys in another video on the channel. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Bye everyone. Flaming Footy out.